Is the Philadelphia Eagles' newest weapon actually a medical miracle or a ticking time bomb? While everyone is obsessing over 40-yard dash times and highlight reels, a secret hidden in the science of the shin might have just revealed that Howie Roseman pulled off the ultimate heist in the first round. If you think you know how this rookie class is going to perform, you need to see the data that's coming out of South Philadelphia right now, because it changes everything we thought we knew about this roster. Before we dive in, smash that subscribe button if you want the fastest NFL updates on the planet. We are chasing down the biggest community in the league, and you don't want to miss a single second of this coverage. The rookie minicamp just wrapped up at the Jefferson Health Complex, and the energy was absolutely electric. All eyes were on our first-round sensation, wide receiver Mai Lemon. Now, I know what you're thinking. We've seen fast receivers before, but Lemon is different. When you watch the tape from his days at USC, he moves with a fluid, effortless grace that most players just don't possess. He doesn't just run, he glides. But here's where it gets insane. During the drills this past weekend, experts started looking at something called shin angles. This is some high-level sports science stuff, but bear with me because it's a game changer. When an elite athlete makes a hard cut, you want to see the knee bowed outward, something called anti-valgus alignment. Why does this matter? Because players with inward caving knees, like Malik Neighbors or even Jordan Tyson, have historically struggled with brutal ACL injuries. Mai Lemon, his mechanics are a masterclass in durability. He's built like a tank, but moves like a ghost. Seeing him beat press man coverage and snatching balls over his shoulder while trainers try to punch the ball out with foam pads was a sight to behold. He isn't just a slot guy. He's a tactical weapon that offensive coordinator Shawn Manion is going to use to terrorize defensive backfields. How many catches are we realistically expecting from Mai Lemon in his debut season? Is he a 60-catch guy? Or does he explode for 100? Drop your specific prediction in the comments right now. I'm reading every single one. But as impressive as Lemon looked, he wasn't the only one turning heads. Wait until you hear about the converted freak of nature who might just replace our veteran depth sooner than anyone expected. Let's talk about Eli Stirs. This guy is a certified disaster for opposing linebackers. We're talking about a human being who is nearly 240 pounds, but runs a 540. That is pure, unadulterated speed when tight in position. He's got a vertical leap over 40 inches. To put that in perspective, he can literally jump over most secondary players. What's even more wild is that Stirs used to be a quarterback. The transition he's made to tight end is nothing short of a miracle. During minicamp, his ball tracking was elite. If a pass was slightly behind him, he didn't break stride. He just reached back and plucked it out of the air. But the real surprise, his blocking. Usually these athletic tight ends are soft, not Stirs. His leg drive and upper body strength were on full display, proving he's ready to do the dirty work in the trenches. Then we have the most intriguing experiment in the league, Cole Payton. The Eagles took this North Dakota State quarterback in the 5th round, and they are already treating him like a high-tech project. They actually strapped a camera to his helmet to track his eye movements. This is a brilliant move by the coaching staff. Payton was the only quarterback at the camp, meaning he took every single snap. He's a dual-threat monster who threw for 2,700 yards and ran for nearly 800 more in college. Some critics said his throwing motion was too loopy, like a Tim Tebow delivery. But looking at the fresh footage from the weekend, his release is compact, snappy, and explosive. He's a lefty with a cannon, and if he develops correctly, he could be the ultimate Taysom Hill-style weapon for this offense. But while the offense is looking like a Ferrari, there's a massive question mark hanging over the defensive side of the ball that has fans in a literal panic. The atmosphere at practice felt completely different this year, and a lot of that comes down to the new man pulling the strings, Shawn Manion. Last year, the vibe around the offense felt stale. Players like Jalen Hurts weren't exactly glowing when talking about the previous leadership. But Manion, the praise is coming from everywhere. Nick Sirianni described him as having a calm confidence. Even the rookies are noticing that the scheme is more powerful and detailed. It feels like the adults are finally back in the room. Even on the offensive line, I've seen Chris Cooper take the reins with a clip.
really dictates, the defense dictates.
Jeff Stoutland has been the king of that unit. Seeing a new face coaching up guys like Michael Morris and Marquil Bell felt like the start of a whole new era in Philly. However, not everything was sunshine and rainbows. We have to address the disaster talk surrounding Oar Bernard. The internet was absolutely roasting this guy because he needed help putting on his helmet and looked a bit slow in lateral drills. Here is the reality check. Friday was the first time that man has ever participated in a real football practice. Ever. He is 300 pounds of pure muscle and runs a 4.640. He's an international project. People said the same thing about Jordan Mailata when he first arrived, and look at him now. The Eagles aren't counting Bernard against the roster. He's an investment. He's a redshirt player who is here to learn how to be a professional. If he can learn to move north-south and use that 30-rep bench press strength, he will be a nightmare for interior linemen in 2 years. But there's a massive betrayal brewing in the backfield that no one is talking about. The Eagles brought in veteran running backs Elijah Mitchell and Khalil Herbert for tryouts. What does this mean for the guys we just drafted? Why are the Eagles looking at veterans like Mitchell and Herbert when we just drafted Will Shipley? Is the coaching staff already losing faith in the depth behind Saquon Barkley? It's a spicy situation. Saquon and Tank Bixby are the locks, but that third and fourth spot are wide open. If Shipley or Damon Pierce don't show out in the next few weeks, they might find themselves looking for a new home before the season even starts. The competition is at an all-time high, and the margin for error is 0. This roster is being built to win right now. And if you aren't a winner in minicamp, you're a loser on the waiver wire. Which rookie are you most worried about after this weekend? Is Oar Bernard a bust? Or are fans just being too impatient? Make sure you stay tuned, because OTAs are right around the corner on May 26th, and that's when the real fireworks start. The veterans are coming back, the pads are going on, and we're going to find out exactly who this team is. Keep it locked right here for the most intense Eagles coverage on the web.